Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on the Orpheus rig Hunter with the Void Deadfall Tether. This is going to give us an infinite 25% weapon damage, also give us free anti-barrier. This primary ammo exotic deals 40% more damage to red bars, but also helps refund super energy faster. So this is the Orpheus rigs. It has the exotic trait Uncanny Arrows, where super energy with a max of 50% can be refunded, and then you get melee and grenade or class ability energy per each enemy tethered. This is going to be paired with Polaris Lance in the build. This is the standout weapon this season. Polaris Lance has the ability as a primary ammo exotic to synergize incredibly with our artifact mods, deal 40% increased damage to red bars, and take advantage of a 46-second super. You can easily refund 50% of your super. And if you time the regen here, you can see that in just a short amount of time of dealing damage with Polaris Lance to some tethered enemies, that you'll be able to regenerate the next 50% of your super in about 15 seconds. Now I want to take a quick look at the aspects because all they really do is help us go invisible. Vanishing Step. Use your class ability, dodge, go invisible. Trapper's Ambush. Throw your smoke bomb, or use Quick Fall to go invisible for 6.3 to 4.8 seconds. Fragment number 1, Echo of Persistence, -10 mobility. Void buffs are going to last 50% longer. That's Invis, Devour, and Overshield. This is going to allow more time for Invis, but also extra time for Devour to stay active via Starvation. Now we're going to combo that with Echo of Starvation, the second fragment that does hurt your recovery by -10, but you're going to get Devour via Orbs of Power. Picking up any of these orbs is going to help you get Devour, which is going to give you health and give you extra grenade energy when you kill these enemies that are tethered. That's going to help really well to keep your grenade up. Then we have Echo of Reprisal, surrounded for extra super energy. 3+ enemies in 8 meters will provide extra super energy. This is just going to be free super energy. That's what this exotic is built for, so take advantage of it while you can. Then we're going to move on to our fourth and final fragment, which is a flex fragment. Pick your preference here. We've chosen Obscurity to allow extra invis tactics when finishing enemies, allows for dunking objects, getting revives, or standing on plates. But as it is a flex fragment, pick what you might want here. With the fragments and the aspects discussed, I want to take a look at the subclass setup. We're going to be going with the Gambler's Dodge, but we also have that Quick Fall from the Trapper's Ambush. We are using the Shadow Shot Deadfall. That's going to provide a huge amount of support in the team. It's going to generate a lot of orbs. Gambler's Dodge with 50 mobility is pretty much decent enough to provide us enough invis time because we can loop everything. We can use a Quick Fall, which is going to use our melee. Then we can use that dodge. Once we use that dodge, we actually get that snare bomb refunded, and we can do another Trapper's Ambush. That's going to give us a lengthy amount of time to use our invisibility to our advantage to either dunk a plate, collect an object, revive a teammate, or whatever we need to do, like pick up ammo or collect a box of ammo like the heist Nightfalls. Take that into consideration because you also have Echo of Obscurity to combine with that as well, so you can pull off a lot of invisibility shenanigans. We're just using the Vortex Grenade for our kit. Now, let's take a look at the armor mods. To preface here, these are set up to give us uptime on our class ability as well as all of our other abilities. 3 mods here. Dynamo is going to be one of them that you're going to use when you're dodging near enemies. That way you can get some free super energy. If you're using Polaris Lance, use a Solar Siphon. If it's Wish Ender, use Kinetic Siphon. Then make sure you have a heavy ammo finder because primary ammo exotics help you find ammo faster. Next up, arm mods. These are based around getting our class ability back. When we throw a grenade, we're going to get some class ability from bolstering detonation. We also have Devour to think about and momentum transfer that are all going to help feed into giving us more class ability energy. Then for our chest, we're going to be very robust with our resistance. We're going to have a solid spread of resistance mods, starting with Concussive Dampener to resist some area of effect damage, and then we're going to have specific threats. So we're going to have Arc and then a Harmonic one, depending on what we're doing. Next up is our leg mods. This is going to be pairing our Devourer plus our abilities that we're going to get from Orbs of Power. So Devour is going to provide grenade energy, but these mods on the legs are going to supplement that energy on orb pickups, giving us class ability energy, health, and energy to our lowest ability. When we move on to the cloak, this is a flex. I'm always going to run distribution if I can because it provides ability energy to everything. But utility kickstart is what we're spending armor charges on, help us go invisible in the build, which is important when we need to get revives on teammates. Now that we've covered the armor mods, fragments, and aspects, next we need to go looking at the artifact mods and see what we have here that can make this build even better. So while we are on Void, the thing about this build is that it is going to be able to take advantage of a lot of what the artifact has to offer. Specifically, it's going to be taking advantage of Flint Striker, where rapid solar weapon precision hits and rapid solar weapon final blows grant radiant. We know that Polaris Lance is a beast at being able to get rapid precision hits. It keeps the ammo in the magazine. You don't have to reload. So then when you're Radiant, those solar weapons are going to apply Scorch. Now you're not on a solar subclass, so you can't buff the Scorch, but you do have Rays of Precision. While you're Radiant, the solar precision final blows are going to cause combatants to ignite. We also have other options in the build, such as Wished into Being, which is just going to be a staple that you're going to want to take, because when your super is nearly full, an ability final blow could spawn 3 orbs of power and top you off for your tether to get you back going, generating orbs for your team and getting tethered enemies grouped up so you can use Echoed Reprisal and the Orpheus rigs to be able to get your super back incredibly fast. Then we have From Whence You Came. This is going to be anytime you're dealing with Taken and Scorn combatants. If you are using something such as the Kinetic Bow that is Strand from the dungeon, you can use this because it has the Sundering Origin trait to make this weapon overcharged always. That's going to basically be the breakdown here, because you can take Unraveling Orbs or you can flex for something else like Dragon's Bite. It doesn't really matter what you're choosing here, because these are the 3 most important ones: Flint Striker, Kindling Trigger, and Rays of Precision. That's going to be the most important ones. Don't forget about Wished into Being. Now let's take a look at a loadout that would capitalize on a Void Surge. What we're going to be looking at is using Riptide with the Chill Clip, auto-loading Chill Clip. Then we're going to take advantage of Graviton Lance. It's got the Cosmology perk, but we've also got Vorpal Weapon on here, which is pretty important as it's part of the Catalyst. And then we can still use a Rocket Launcher. We're going to be getting a buff to the Precision Frame Rocket Launchers, so I'd recommend taking a look at the Void Precision Frame Rocket Launcher from the Vanguard that Zavala has for focusing. If we're talking about an Arc Singe, I'm still going to be going with the Riptide here just to be able to take care of unstoppable champions, but I'd recommend going with something like Centrifuge, and you can use Crux Termination, something that has explosive light on it that's going to help you deal some extra damage when you shoot your rocket. Now for something that's Solar or Strand Singe, I've been using this bow, Vengeful Whisper, with 2 damaging perks. We've got Explosive Head, which adds some additional damage to the weapon, but then we also have Precision Instrument, which is also going to deal extra precision damage when we get sustained damage on an enemy with the weapon. Next, Polaris Lance. It's pretty easy to choose this weapon because precision hits return ammo to the mag. Landing 4 precision hits loads a delayed solar explosive round for your next shot. Then on the Catalyst, precision kills create an elemental damage explosion. So we've got so many explosions, especially when we pair it with the artifact mod, that's really boosting this weapon up and making it such a monster. As for the heavy weapon, we do have the Apex Predator, which is craftable with Reconstruction, which is the best thing that you can get for a rocket launcher, so you can get 2 rockets in the magazine. Then you can go with Fixed Odds, which is a solar craftable machine gun that you can get from the Duality Dungeon, or you can go with Unwavering Duty, which you can get from Saint 14 from Trials, which is not as easy to get, but you have the choice there. You can try and find something that works for you. If you are a loyal viewer and a longtime subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new here and you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. It would not cost you anything. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you'd like to leave a comment down below, that does help the rating on the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Peace.